Oh boy. Let's see how this goes. As I talk to myself.
Welcome to Alliance Military Database. Classified information requested. Establishing secure connection. Secure connection confirmed.
Man, if only technology was that easy. It was such a pain in the butt getting this set up. As best as my technologically inefficient mind could have figured out. This is my favorite series, without a doubt. I probably talked my friends' heads off about this series, but I haven't quite played it in quite a long time. And I asked myself, well, what is one way I can freshen this series up, even for myself? And there was one answer, and one answer only. Because when I beat this, when it first came out, years and years ago, I played as this guy right here. Kept the default look, and that's it. And you might be thinking, oh, default look, he's gonna go make a whole new Shepard. Sort of. We're gonna play as female Shepard. Because I hear that she is much better acted, and why can't I think of her name off? Jennifer Hale. Jennifer Hale has done a phenomenal job as female Commander Shepard, and I want to see how. Let me see. We're gonna enter a new ID. I could select quick start because that's essentially what I'm going to be doing, but let's just do custom female.
Please log in to access your profile.
We'll keep the name Jane. Why not?
Warning, data corruption detected. Please reconstruct
there's just the
profile.
technology I know.
Confirm pre-service history.
Alrighty. One thing you should know about me, I love my lore in games. I'm not going to try to bore you with all the details, but I just love reading all of this. But I'm just going to read the one that I'm going to pick, and that is going to be the Spacer. Both of your parents were in the Alliance military. Your childhood was spent on ships and stations as they transferred from posting to posting, never staying in one location for more than a few years. Following in your parents' footsteps, you enlisted at the age of 18.
Confirm psychological profile.
I can never be ruthless. I will say that I have never gone renegade in this game because I just can't. I know there are some pretty funny scenarios that go on when you play renegade, but then there's just some pure evil choices, and I just can't. War hero is nice, soul survivor kind of cliche. We'll go with war hero. Early in your military career, you found yourself facing an overwhelming enemy force. You risked your own life to save your fellow soldiers and defeat the enemy despite the impossible odds. Your bravery and heroism have earned you medals and recognition from the Alliance fleet.
Confirm military specialization.
I've sort of played as engineer before. I know I've beaten at least Mass Effect 1 as infiltrator. I know Vanguard is fun, especially starting in 2 when you can just zip around the whole battlefield. But I just like good old soldier. Soldiers are combat specialists ideal for the front lines of a firefight. Soldiers have improved health, can specialize in the use of all weapon types, start with the ability to wear medium armor, and can train in the use of heavy armor. Good enough for me. And since I already have beat this, we get a little bonus talent. I know throw and warp are nice, but as a soldier I shouldn't have really any biotic abilities. Electronics or decryption kind of fit more into it. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by the toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Okay, electronics it is.
Confirm facial identification.
I mean, we could change the appearance. That is old school default female Shepard. Doesn't look bad.
Confirm facial identification.
When they came out with this look for her, I believe that was back in Mass Effect 3, everybody just fell in love with the look, and I can confirm that is indeed true.
Profile reconstruction complete.
Alright. Yeah. That looks good.
Identification confirmed.
Another thing about me, I don't really try to go play really any hard difficulty games. I do like a challenge. I just don't like it where it's really crazy. But I do like a little bit of a challenge. So I'm going to stick with veteran instead of normal or casual. Even though I kind of feel like veteran is normal mode since it's kind of the middle choice, but we'll leave it at veteran. Bosses and sub-bosses scaled up based on player level. Most enemies have special protection. That is fine. No, I will level up everybody in my party by myself. Classic mode, the original 1 to 60 level range will be used instead of the new 1 to 30 level range. XP and talent points progression remains the same, but the number of levels is doubled. We'll do legendary mode. In a story-based game, you must always have subtitles on. I'll leave that at defensive for now, see how I like it. I think that's what I used to do back in the day. Definitely not all, because I do like telling them what to do to an extent. And autosave on. I'll check that out after my stream, Nervous. Being a very low-end streamer, I mean, I only have 7 followers. I mean, I hope you're legit. I'm gonna trust you, but I don't want my trust to be betrayed. I know how the internet goes. I know how things can be scammy. I really hope you're not trying to scam me. But I will perhaps check that out after my stream. Thanks. And here we go.
Well, what about Shepard? She's a spacer, lived aboard starships most of her life.
Military service runs in the family. Both her parents were in the Navy.
She proved herself during the Blitz, held off enemy forces on the ground until reinforcements arrived.
She's the only reason Elysium is still standing.
Oh,
We
Anderson.
can't question her courage.
Yeah, shut up,
Humanity
Dino.
needs a hero. And Shepard's the best we've got.
I'll make the call.
In the year 2148, explorers on Mars discovered the remains of an ancient spacefaring civilization, and in the decades that followed, these mysterious artifacts revealed startling new technologies, enabling travel to the furthest stars. The basis for this incredible technology was a force that controlled the very fabric of space and time. They called it the greatest discovery in human history. The civilizations of the galaxy call it. Oh, the music when it speeds up does not help. The civilizations call it Mass Effect. They call it Mass Effect. Ugh.
Arcturus Prime relays in range. Initiating transmission sequence.
Commander?
Thank you, Chris Griffin.
We are connected. Calculating transit mass and destination. The relay is hot, acquiring approach vector. All stations secure for transit.
Hey, girl.
Board is green. Approach run has begun. Hitting the relay in 3, 2, 1.
Thrusters, check. Navigation, check. Internal emissions sync engaged. All systems online. Drift, just under 1500K.
1500 is good. Your captain will be pleased.
I hate that guy.
Joker.
Nihilus gave you a compliment. So you hate him.
You remember to zip up your jumpsuit on the way out of the bathroom? That's good. I just jumped us halfway across the galaxy and hit a target the size of a pinhead. So that's incredible. Besides, Spectres are trouble. I don't like having them on board. Call me paranoid.
You're paranoid. The Council helped fund this project. They have a right to send someone to keep an eye on their investment.
Yeah, that is the official story. But only an idiot believes the official story.
We're gonna be nice for now.
They don't send Spectres on shakedown runs.
So there's more going on here than the captain's letting on.
Joker, status report.
Just cleared the mass relay, Captain. Stealth systems engaged. Everything looks solid.
Good. Find a comm buoy and link us into the network. I want mission reports relayed back to Alliance Brass before we reach Eden Prime.
Aye, aye, Captain. Better brace yourself, sir. I think Nihilus is headed your way.
He's already here, Lieutenant.
Whoops.
Tell Commander Shepard to meet me in the comm room for a debriefing.
You get that, Commander?
He sounds angry. Something must have gone wrong with the mission.
Captain always sounds like that when he's talking to me.
Can't possibly imagine why.
He's got a point, Joker. Caden's got a point.
The captain's waiting for you in the comm room, Commander.
You probably don't want to keep the captain waiting, Commander.
No, we don't. However, give us some squad points. Increase soldier. Get our charm up. And get our assault rifles up. Prologue on the Normandy. You are Lieutenant Commander Shepard, Executive Officer on the SSV Normandy. Go speak to Captain Anderson in the comm room. And the codex. There is a lot of secondary codexes that I could read, but I mean, let's be honest, that's very boring gameplay and not why we're here watching or watching in the future. Hi future me, hi future viewer. But just for background and world building, I will at least read these two since, a little background's always nice. Which is what these secondary codexes are. They're all just like background lore, but I mean, some of it is just so... I mean, it's interesting to me, but it's just, you don't need to know it. But I will read these really fast. So the profile, born into a naval family. You spent your childhood on ships and stations. You moved from posting to posting as your parents were reassigned. You enlisted in the Alliance military yourself on the day you turned 18. You were on shore leave at Elysium when the first wave of the Skillian Blitz struck. A massive coalition force of slavers, crime syndicates, and Batarian warlords attacked the human colony, determined to wipe it out. You rallied the civilian inhabitants, leading them in their desperate fight to hold off the invaders. When enemy troops broke through the colony's defenses, you single-handedly held them off and sealed the breach. After hours of brutal fighting, and reinforcements finally arrived and the enemy broke ranks and fled. Because of your actions, Elysium was saved, and you are regarded throughout the Alliance as a true hero. So, essentially, the epitome of a good guy is what we are. And then this one is just going to be a quick timeline of what happened before the events of this first game. So in 2069, the Armstrong outpost at Shackleton Crater becomes the first human settlement on Luna. That is also the moon, just so we understand. It is formally founded on July 24th, the 100th anniversary of the first lunar landing. 2103, Lowell City in Eos Chasma becomes the first human settlement on Mars. 2137, Eldfell Ashland Energy Corporation demonstrates helium-3 fuel extraction from the atmosphere of Saturn. 2142, construction of Gagarin Station, Jump Zero, begins beyond the orbit of Pluto. 2148, prospectors discover the Prothean ruins at Promethe Planum on Mars. 2149, translation of Prothean data leads humans to the Charon Mass Relay, Systems Alliance founded to coordinate exploration and colonization of extrasolar worlds. In 2151, a shipping accident at Singapore International Spaceport exposes downwind communities to containers of dust-form element 0. Alliance begins construction of Arcturus Station. 2152, roughly 30% of the children born in Singapore after element 0 exposure suffer from cancerous growths. System Alliance begins settlement of Earth's first extrasolar colony world, the planet Demeter. In 2154, Commander Shepard is born. 2155, Systems Alliance occupies completed portions of Arcturus Station as a headquarters. 2156, some children of Singapore exhibit minor telekinetic abilities. In 2157, Turians encounter human explorers. First Contact War. Occupation and liberation of the human colony of Shanxi. I can never say that one right. 2158, humans learn potential of biotics. An international effort to track element 0 exposures begins. Roughly 10% of exposed children show some level of biotic ability. 2160, Systems Alliance Parliament formed. In 2165, humans establish embassy on the Citadel. In 2170, Batarian slavers attack the Alliance colony of Mindor. In 2176 is the Skillian Blitz. Pirates and slavers attacked Elysium, the human capital of the Skillian Verge. 2177, Thresher Maws devour the Alliance colony of Akuz. In 2178, in retaliation for the Skillian Blitz, an Alliance fleet wipes out an army of slavers on the moon of Torfin. And 2183 is the current date. And with Commander Shepard born in 2154, current date is 2183. She is, math is not my strongest suit, 2154. She is 29 years old at the time of the events that begin the first game. Okay. Now, the primary codexes we will listen to because they actually have a narrator narrated out for us. So, gives me a chance to just catch my breath.
The Systems Alliance is an independent supranational government representing the interests of humanity as a whole. The Alliance is responsible for the governance and defense of all extrasolar colonies and stations. The Alliance grew out of the various national space programs as a matter of practicality. Sol's planets had been explored and exploited through piecemeal national efforts. The expense of colonizing entire new solar systems could not be met by any one country. With humans knowing that alien contact was inevitable, there was enough political will to jointly fund an international effort. Still, the Alliance was often disregarded by those on Earth until the First Contact War. While the national governments dithered and bickered over who should lead the effort to liberate Shanxi, the Alliance fleet struck decisively. Post-war public approval gave the Alliance the credibility to establish its own parliament and become the galactic face of humanity. Roughly 1,200 years ago, the Turians were invited to join the Citadel Council to fulfill the role of galactic peacekeepers. The Turians have the largest fleet in Citadel space, and they make up the single largest portion of the Council's military forces. As their territory and influence has spread, the Turians have come to rely on the Solarians for military intelligence and the Asari for diplomacy. Despite a somewhat colonial attitude towards the rest of the galaxy, the ruling hierarchy understands they would lose more than they would gain if the other two races were ever removed. Turians come from an autocratic society that values discipline and possesses a strong sense of personal and collective honor. There is lingering animosity between Turians and humans over the First Contact War of 2157, which is known as the Relay 314 incident to the Turians. Officially, however, the two species are allies, and they enjoy civil, if cool, diplomatic relations.
Yeah, Turians are cool. That's basically what they're trying to tell you. You'll see soon.
I'm telling you, I just saw him. He marched by like he was on a mission.
He's a Spectre. They're always on a mission.
And we're getting dragged, right along with him.
Relax, Presley. You're gonna give yourself an ulcer.
Hi, Presley.
Congratulations, Commander. Looks like we had a smooth run. You heading down to see the captain?
I'm on my way to give him a status update right now.
With all due respect, ma'am, maybe he'll finally tell you what we're really doing out here.
You think the Alliance brass is holding out on us?
If all we're supposed to do is test out the stealth system, why is Captain Anderson in charge? And then there's Nihilus. Spectres are elite operatives, top covert agents. Why send a Spectre, a Turian Spectre, on a shakedown run? It doesn't add up.
What do you know about the stealth systems?
I just know it masks our location from scans and sensors. Cutting-edge technology. The Normandy's the only ship with this prototype drive. But why are we fully staffed? A skeleton crew would be cheaper, less chance of security leaks too. Plus there's Nihilus. It's pretty obvious this shakedown run is just a cover.
For what?
Damned if I know, Commander. We're out here on false pretenses. I'm not a fan of being left in the dark.
Do you have a problem with the captain?
No, ma'am. But I can't figure out what he's doing here. Captain Anderson is one of the most decorated Special Forces officers in the service. If he melted down all his medals, he could make a life-size statue of himself. You don't send a soldier like that on a do-nothing mission. He's treating this shakedown run too seriously. Something big is going on.
You don't trust Nihilus?
I don't like Turians in general. It runs in my family. My grandfather fought in the First Contact War. Lost a lot of friends when the Turians hit us.
That was 30 years ago. You can't blame Nihilus for that.
No, I guess not. But it still makes me nervous to have a Spectre on board. Especially a Turian. We're an Alliance vessel, human military, but Nihilus doesn't answer to the captain like the rest of us. Spectres operate outside the normal chain of command. And they don't come along just to observe shakedown runs. Nihilus looks like he's expecting some heavy action. I don't like it.
I'll see if I can get some answers when I see him.
Good luck, Commander.
Good old paranoid Presley.
Humanity's first contact with an alien race occurred in 2157. At that time, the Alliance allowed survey fleets to activate any dormant mass relays discovered, a practice considered dangerous and irresponsible by Council-aligned races. When a Turian patrol discovered a human fleet attempting to activate a relay, they attacked. One human vessel survived, retreating to the colony of Shanxi. The Turians followed, quickly defeating the local forces. Shanxi was occupied, the first and to date only human world to be conquered by an alien species. The Turians believed the handful of ships they defeated represented the bulk of human defenses, so they were unprepared when the Second Fleet, under Admiral Castany Drescher, launched a strong counteroffensive, evicting them from Shanxi. The Turians mobilized for full-scale war, drawing the attention of the rest of the galaxy. The Council quickly intervened, forcing a truce. Fortunately for humanity, the First Contact War was ended with a diplomatic solution.
I always said if they were to make a Mass Effect movie, or perhaps a Netflix series or something. This right here, this, I'd be okay if they did the First Contact War and actually show it in action. I think that'd be a good introduction to the wide world of Hollywood for Mass Effect. That's just my opinion, though. And then secondary codex, this is just talking about sensors and starships. Very, again, to me, interesting, but, I mean, if you want to, if I can keep my thumb from going crazy, if you just want to maybe pause the video and rejoin us live if you do want to read it, but very unessential information right there.
I grew up on Eden Prime, Doc. It's not the kind of place Spectres visit. There's something Nihilus isn't telling us about this mission.
That's crazy. The captain's in charge here. He wouldn't take orders from a Spectre.
Not his choice, Doc. Spectres don't answer to anyone. They can do whatever they want. Kill anyone who gets in their way.
Oh, you watch too many spy vids, Jenkins.
What do you think, Commander? We won't be staying on Eden Prime too long, will we? I'm itching for some real action.
I sincerely hope you're kidding, Corporal. Your real action usually ends with me patching up crew members in the infirmary.
You need to calm down, Corporal. A good soldier stays cool even under fire.
Sorry, Commander, but this waiting's killing me. I've never been on a mission like this before, not one with a Spectre on board.
Don't worry, buddy. You're gonna stay on Eden Prime after this mission anyway. Whoa, that's foreshadowing. Getting ahead of myself.
Just treat this like every other assignment you've had and everything will work out.
Easy for you to say. You proved yourself in the Blitz. Everybody knows what you can do. This is my big chance. I need to show the brass what I can do.
You're young, Corporal. You have a long career ahead of you. Don't do something stupid to mess it up.
Don't worry, ma'am. I'm not gonna screw this up.
Awkward.
What can you tell me about Nihilus?
Turians are generally well respected by the other species. Their fleet has more patrols protecting Citadel space than any other. They don't always get on well with us, though. Some people find them too rigid. Others still blame them for the First Contact War. As for Nihilus, I haven't said more than 2 words to him. He usually only speaks to the captain.
I hope we get a chance to see him in action. I heard Nihilus took down an entire enemy platoon all by himself.
What do you know about the Spectres?
Only what I've heard. Spectre agents work directly for the Citadel Council. They usually work alone or in small groups. Spectres don't have any official power, though. Basically, they're a shadow organization with a mandate to preserve and protect galactic stability.
Protect it at any cost. Don't forget that part. Spectres operate above the law.
Why don't we have any of our own people in there?
Spectres usually come from the Council races, like the Turians. We've been trying to get a human accepted into their ranks for years now. So far, it hasn't happened.
Hey, Commander, you'd make a good Spectre. You're a war hero, right? Held off an entire enemy fleet during the Blitz single-handed? That's the kind of talent the Spectres are looking for.
This is all just wild speculation. The Spectres aren't interested in recruiting humans, no matter how capable.
How do you control agents with unlimited power?
I suppose the Council could revoke the Spectre status of an agent who got out of hand. At that point, Citadel Security Services would take over.
Those C-Sec grunts wouldn't stand a chance. The Spectres were 20 ordinary soldiers. The Spectres police themselves. An agent goes rogue, they send another agent to take him down. That's Spectre justice.
The Corporal's confusing romantic legends with reality, Commander.
Oh, no. He's doing just fine as a foreshadowing instrument, that's for sure.
You're from Eden Prime, aren't you, Jenkins? What's it like?
It's very peaceful, Commander. They've been real careful with development, so you don't have any city noise or pollution. My parents lived on the outskirts of the colony. At night, I used to climb this big hill and stare across the fields back at the lights from the main settlement. It was gorgeous. But when I got older, I realized it was a little too calm and quiet for me. That's why I joined the Alliance. Even Paradise gets boring after a while.
That is true.
Any idea why Eden Prime was chosen as our destination?
Not really sure, Commander. Eden Prime's one of our most stable colonies. Good place to take the Normandy for a shakedown run, I guess. No real danger there. There's gotta be something else going on. We've got a Spectre on board. That's why I'm so wound up. I can't wait for the real mission to start.
The captain's waiting for me.
Goodbye, Commander.
Spectres are agents from the Office of Special Tactics and Reconnaissance, and answer only to the Citadel Council. They are elite military operatives, granted the authority to deal with threats to peace and stability in whatever way they deem necessary. They operate independently or in groups of 2 or 3. Some are empathetic peacekeepers, resolving disputes through diplomacy. Others are cold-blooded assassins, ruthlessly dispatching problem individuals. All get the job done one way or another, often operating outside the bounds of galactic law. The Spectres were founded after the Solarians joined the Council. For many years, they operated in secrecy as backroom problem solvers. Only after the Krogan rebellions did their activities become publicized. Assignment of a Spectre is less contentious than a military deployment, but makes it clear that the Council is concerned about a situation.
Yes, indeed. Alright, Captain Anderson, you are not here.
Commander Shepard, I was hoping you'd get here first. It will give us a chance to talk.
The captain said he'd meet me here.
He's on his way. I'm interested in this world we're going to, Eden Prime. I've heard it's quite beautiful.
They say it's a paradise.
Yes, a paradise. Serene, tranquil, safe. Eden Prime has become something of a symbol for your people, hasn't it? Proof that humanity can not only establish colonies across the galaxy, but also protect them. But how safe is it, really?
He has a point.
Do you know something?
Your people are still newcomers, Shepard. The galaxy can be a very dangerous place. Is the Alliance truly ready for this?
Not really.
I think it's about time we told the commander what's really going on.
This mission is far more than a simple shakedown run.
I figured there was something you weren't telling us.
We're making a covert pickup on Eden Prime. That's why we needed the stealth systems operational.
There must be a reason you didn't tell me about this, sir?
This comes down from the top, Commander. Information strictly on a need-to-know basis. A research team on Eden Prime unearthed some kind of beacon during an excavation. It was Prothean.
I thought the Protheans vanished 50,000 years ago.
Their legacy still remains. The mass relays, the Citadel, our ship drives. It's all based on Prothean technology.
This is big, Shepard. The last time humanity made a discovery like this, it jumped our technology forward 200 years. But Eden Prime doesn't have the facilities to handle something like this. We need to bring the beacon back to the Citadel for proper study.
Obviously, this goes beyond mere human interests, Commander. This discovery could affect every species in Council space.
If just asking this just proves that humanity's just not ready to be a part of galactic society, because they just want it for themselves, so we're not going to ask that. We're just going to be goody two-shoes Shepard for now.
It never hurts to have a few extra hands on board.
The beacon's not the only reason I'm here, Shepard.
Nihilus wants to see you in action, Commander. He's here to evaluate you.
Rude. That is just rude.
Guess that explains why I bump into him every time I turn around.
The Alliance has been pushing for this for a long time. Humanity wants a larger role in shaping interstellar policy. We want more say with the Citadel Council. The Spectres represent the Council's power and authority. If they accept a human into their ranks, it shows how far the Alliance has come.
You held off an enemy assault during the Blitz single-handed. You showed not only courage, but also incredible skill. That's why I put your name forward as a candidate for the Spectres.
Oh, snap.
Why would a Turian want a human in the Spectres?
Not all Turians resent humanity. Some of us see the potential of your species. We see what you have to offer to the rest of the galaxy, and to the Spectres. We are an elite group. It's rare to find an individual with the skills we seek. I don't care that you're human, Shepard. I only care that you can do the job.
I assume this is good for the Alliance.
Earth needs this, Shepard. We're counting on you.
I need to see your skills for myself, Commander. Eden Prime will be the first of several missions together.
You'll be in charge of the ground team. Secure the beacon and get it onto the ship ASAP. Nihilus will accompany you to observe the mission.
What do you know about the Protheans?
Just what they taught us in school. They were a technologically advanced species that ruled the galaxy 50,000 years ago. Then they vanished. Nobody really knows how or why, though I've heard plenty of theories. But everyone agrees, galactic civilization wouldn't exist without them.
Their citadel is the very heart of galactic society, and without their mass relays, interstellar travel would be impossible. We all owe the Protheans a great debt.
I'd like to know more about Eden Prime before we touch down.
It's a peaceful farming world, but it represents something much bigger. Eden Prime is one of our oldest and most successful colonies. It proved we were ready to face the challenges of settling new worlds, to forge a place for humanity beyond Earth. It symbolizes humanity's growth and evolution as a spacefaring species. And after this, it will be known as the world where humans made a discovery of galactic importance.
Why is this beacon so important?
All advanced galactic civilization is based on Prothean technology, even yours.
If we hadn't discovered those Prothean ruins buried on Mars, we'd still be stuck on Earth. That was just a small data cache. Who knows what we can learn from this beacon? What if it's a weapons archive? We can't let it fall into the wrong hands.
Like who?
The Attican Traverse isn't the most stable sector of Citadel space. There are plenty of raiders and criminal groups active in the region. They might figure a Prothean beacon is worth the risk of attacking an Alliance ship. Plus, Eden Prime is right on the border of the Terminus systems.
The Attican Traverse is under Citadel protection. If the Terminus systems attack, it's an act of war.
Technically, yes. But some of the species in the Terminus might be willing to start a war over this.
The last thing the Council wants is to get dragged into a major conflict with the Terminus systems. We have to keep this low-key.
Low-key? No, I'm not gonna... Okay, time to put a little action into this little scene.
Just give the word, Captain.
We should be getting close to Eden.
Captain, we got a problem.
What's wrong, Joker?
Transmission from Eden Prime, sir. You better see this.
Bring it up on screen.
Get down!
We are under attack, taking heavy casualties. I repeat, heavy casualties. We can't... Need evac. They came out of nowhere. We need...
Everything cuts out after that. No comm traffic at all. Just goes dead. There's nothing.
Reverse and hold at 38.5. Status report.
17 minutes out, Captain. No other Alliance ships in the area.
Take us in, Joker. Fast and quiet. This mission just got a lot more complicated.
A small strike team can move quickly, without drawing attention. It's our best chance to secure the beacon.
Grab your gear and meet us in the cargo hold. Tell Alenko and Jenkins to suit up, Commander. You're going in.
Engaging stealth systems. Somebody was doing some serious digging here, Captain.
Your team's the muscle in this operation, Commander. Go in heavy and head straight for the dig site.
What about survivors, Captain?
Helping survivors is a secondary objective. The beacon's your top priority.
Approaching drop point 1.
Nihilus, you coming with us?
I move faster on my own.
Nihilus will scout out ahead. He'll feed you status reports throughout the mission. Otherwise, I want radio silence.
We've got his back, Captain.
The mission's yours now, Shepard. Good luck.
We are approaching drop point 2.
Ship perimeter secure, Commander.
Okay, now to give points to our companions. Time to give Caden some first aid. And give him some sentinel training. Oh, Jenkins. Oh, buddy. I'm just gonna give you 2 in assault rifles. Good luck with that, buddy. Good luck. Alright, find the beacon. You are in charge of the ground team dropped onto Eden Prime, an Alliance colony under attack. Your primary goal is to find and secure the Prothean beacon. Make your way to the excavation site where the beacon was unearthed.
50,000 years ago, the Protheans were the only spacefaring species in the galaxy. They vanished in a swift galactic extinction. Only the legacy of their empire remains. They are believed to have built the mass relays and the Citadel, which have allowed numerous species to explore and expand throughout the galaxy. Prothean ruins are found on worlds across the galaxy. While surprisingly intact for their age, functioning examples of Prothean paleotechnology are rare. Time and generations of looters have picked their dead cities and derelict stations clean. Some believe the Protheans meddled in the evolution of younger races. The Hanar homeworld of Kajay, for example, shows clear evidence of former Prothean occupation. The presence of a former Prothean observation post on Mars has caused a rebirth of interventionary evolutionists among humans. These individuals believe the god myths of ancient civilizations are misremembered encounters with aliens. The Terminus systems are located on the far side of the Attican Traverse, beyond the space administered by the Citadel Council or claimed by the Human Systems Alliance. It is populated by a loose affiliation of minor species, united only in their refusal to acknowledge the political authority of the Council or adhere to the Citadel conventions. Their independence comes at a price. The Terminus is fraught with conflict. War among the various species is common, as governments and dictators constantly rise and fall. The region is a haven for illegal activities, particularly piracy and the slave trade. At least once a year, a fleet from the Terminus invades the nearby Attican Traverse. These attacks are typically small raids against poorly defended colonies. The Council rarely retaliates, as sending patrols into the Terminus systems could unify the disparate species against their common foe, triggering a long and costly war.
Yes, indeed. Oh, that's another thing. What is it? Equipment? What is it? Is it in equipment or is it squad? It's squad. Take the helmet off. Take the helmet off. Oh, I can't do it for you, buddy. I wonder why. You'll be okay. You will be okay, buddy.
This place got hit hard, Commander. Hostiles everywhere. Keep your guard up.
Okay, now I know I didn't have much of anyone watch this stream. If you do happen to watch the highlight of it, I thank you. If you enjoyed what you saw, please leave a follow here on Twitch. I'm also going to be uploading this onto YouTube. You can find me at roughly the same name on YouTube, at DeFranz, just minus one N for the Z. Someone already had the name taken on Twitch, go figure. If you do happen to watch this on YouTube, I do thank you. Please leave a like, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I thank you in advance if you do subscribe, and I promise you there is a lot more on its way. Eventually it will be in much better quality than it is right now. I know it's not as good as some of the pros do it. I am very technologically inept. I won't be afraid to admit it. But I'm trying to learn. Every day I'm trying to learn something new when it comes to this. I probably should have said this in the beginning. Gaming is a passion of mine. I love it. It's it's another form of art, in my opinion, and this is just a way for me to show people why it's art, why it's more than just mindless gameplay. But Mass Effect is just its own animal. I love this series so much. Again, I just can't wait to show this whole trilogy to you all. In the future, I hope to have longer streams here on Twitch, but to not stress my computer out too much, I try to keep these videos around the 40 to 50 minute mark to go up on YouTube. To me, that's like a good length of video there on YouTube. But again, thank you for watching this on Twitch. If not on Twitch, thank you very much for watching it on YouTube. And until next time, I hope you and your family and friends and loved ones all have a wonderful day. Thank you, thank you, thank you.